more remakes of old video games? I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, we just want new IP. I'm so sick of remakes. But I think some of us that are older gamers that maybe have this opinion, I'm not so sure that it's a lot of the younger gamers that have this opinion. I don't have any data to back that up, but typically for what I see online, that's the audience who is saying we don't need any more remakes. Now, not only are we reintroducing great classic games to a newer, younger audience, but a lot of times there's games that I just did not play that I got to play via a remake, because sometimes the older games just aren't as accessible, or they're just not fun to play because we've taken so many strides in game development to make games, one, more fun, better to control, more accessible, and better looking. I would consider myself a massive Resident Evil fan now. I've watched all the animated movies. I've gone back and watched some of the live action movies that aren't very great, but I still have watched them and enjoyed them. But I had never actually played a Resident Evil game until Resident Evil 2 Remake came out. Once that game came out, I had a taste for what the franchise was capable of, and I went back and played every single game that was available. And now every single time there's a new Resident Evil game coming out, I am ready, hyped, and most likely pre-ordered. So not only did they bring it to a new audience, both some who were of the older demographic who could have played it back then but just happened to miss it, but they're also bringing it to a younger audience who maybe have never even heard of the Resident Evil franchise. And I think this is the case for a lot of remakes, as long as it's built from the ground up with passion and not just some way to kind of cash in on nostalgia.